basically, like, is this my favorite genre or vibe ever? No, like,
yes.
from...
Howdy Meowers, welcome back to the BlushCat podcast. My name is Feathertoo.
Feathertoo?
Yes.
Okay. It's great. It's a great day to be here, Feathertoo.
Why's that?
Because we're talking, well, I mean, it's a great day for you, honestly. Because we're talking about a lot of, I don't know, kind of like extras and expansions off of some of the recent comebacks, because a lot of them have had extra involvements and or there are things that we just didn't talk about yet. So it's like not really a comeback episode, but it's not really like fully just casual current events either. It's a bit of a wild card, but I know that you want to talk about a lot of these things, Feathertoo. So that's why I'm saying it's a good day for you.
Yes, I do want to talk about a lot of these things, and you might be feeling a little bit tired of like our episode themes lately. We know it's getting a little repetitive, but I'm sorry, you're going to just have to deal with that and accept it because we're doing what we want to do. And
it's the nature of the season right now. Like, it's what's coming up.
Yeah, like there's a lot happening, and you might think it's very similar to the open mic night episode, which we just did, and yes, it will be. And like you said, yeah, it's similar to the comeback episodes because, like, yeah, just so much more has happened since we recorded those comeback episodes. And it's like, well, just great. We just finished recording and now they're promoting a B-side. Like, so very casual today. We are just going to be having a very free, lighthearted discussion. So if that sounds interesting to you, just stay tuned. I would like to start by talking just a little bit about CRAVITY again. We covered their comeback, but we did not get to cover Swish that they started promoting as a B-side on music shows.
Okay.
So, would you like to begin?
Sure. I just delved into this yesterday. Like, a lot of these things I really like was just like, oh, they had that, and I just checked it out like for the one time, you know. So I mean I heard Swish before, but their performance, whatever, I just saw it yesterday, and I mean I'd say that there were vibes, you know, like the vibes were there, and the thing that I want to talk about is a little bit like, welcome to the part of the episode where Devin tries to explain something that either is completely obvious to everyone or that is like, oh, okay, that's something that really none of us would have thought about and we don't really care about, but there you go again.
Okay.
It's that part of the episode. It's that time. Because what I like took from this, besides it being like, okay, sure, CRAVITY, like Swish, was that CRAVITY's really friendly. And like, I noticed it because I feel like sometimes like the vibe that you could have gotten from this sort of song and performance and even styling would be maybe a little bit more intimidating. But like CRAVITY, they just seem so friendly, and so it's like the concept is still landing, absolutely, but it's kind of like, you know, they're cool, they're not cold, you know, like sometimes the groups, it's like, oh, you know, that song really slaps, but like when you see the stage performances, you're like, my God, though, they're so scary, you know?
Yeah.
Not like it's like, oh, I'm actually afraid of them, but sometimes like groups, when they want to do concepts like this, it ends up being extra tough. And I just enjoyed the lightness that this still had, but like I said, it still is delivering, I think, what they want it to deliver. I don't know.
Okay, I definitely agree. I get where you're coming from. I think that they are just a very friendly group. I like the atmosphere that CRAVITY is bringing, and I also agree that it's like they're still managing to be cool and the concept is something that they're pulling off. Like, they don't look silly doing that concept or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Like, it's not. I wanted to try and make sure that I made that clear, is that I still thought it worked. Like, it still lands. You know, it's not like, oh, they can't do this. They can. I like the way that they're doing it.
Yeah. And so I agree with that. I like Swish. I really like the whole album. We talked about it already. I think all of the songs are very good, but I am questioning the promotions as a whole for the album. We touched on that only a little bit, and I think we brought it up in the open mic night as well a little bit. But I thought Underdog, like everybody knows at this point, should have been a double title, or at least promoted as a B-side more with choreography, not just like singing with mics, that's it. And so Swish, I'm kind of wondering why this is the song that they went to promote a little bit more. Like, it's making me think of C'est La Vie. I really loved Evershine. And honestly, I feel like any of the other songs I would have liked to see as the promoted B-side more than the one that they actually went with. I also felt the same with Megaphone. And I know you're a huge Megaphone enjoyer.
Wow.
But
far.
I was kind of like, oh, like they went with that song to promote as like a B-side. I don't know. So like it was just a little bit of like a choice to me, but it is like I like it more than those other ones, I think.
Wow. Okay. See, when I thought of them doing this song, I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, they did the title track, and then they had like one Underdog thing, so they weren't doing that as a second promotion, and now they're doing a second promotion way later. Oh yeah, this is just like with Megaphone. I was like, I think I like Megaphone a little bit more as like a second promotion than this. But like, once again, the first time I heard Megaphone, I don't think I felt that way about it. So like, I haven't been like in the promotion for this. So like, it might get better for me. But, and also with Megaphone, I'm not familiar with the other songs on that album. So I wasn't like, oh, they picked this one. You know, like to me, it was just like, oh, here's another CRAVITY song that they're promoting. So whereas with this one, I like knew the album layout and then saw that they were promoting this one. Mm-hmm. But yeah, don't talk about Megaphone that way. And or we can each have our own. You know, I'll have Megaphone, you have Swish. And it does seem like a little all over the place what they're picking to do and when they're doing it. But I guess if it ends up working out for them, then that's all we can ask for.
Yeah, that's true. And at the end of the day, I just want to be able to see CRAVITY keep performing. So if this is what they're performing, then sure.
True.
Okay, I want to mention, I don't really have much to specifically say because as far as I could tell, and as far as now when we're recording this, they haven't like actually promoted these songs in any sort of way. But I do want to mention that STAYC actually does have 2 other songs. When we talked about their comeback, I was calling it a single, I think. But and you know, I think they are still calling it a single, and it's really annoying when they like call it that. That happens a lot, and it's like, oh, a single album, and it's not just one song, there's like 2 to 3.
I can't even, it makes no sense.
Yeah, so I wanted to sort of just clarify that they have more than just the one song for this recent release. So if you are interested, you can go ahead and check those out. I think they're very good. I really like all 3 of the songs. I thought the other 2 songs were very different, very fresh. I was hearing a lot of sounds that I haven't heard before, that I haven't heard in K-pop music, that I haven't heard from STAYC. It was just, it was something different, and so I really enjoyed it. Why are you laughing at me?
Because I have like almost the opposite of what you just said.
Seriously?
Written down. I really like the songs as well.
Okay.
So I also really enjoyed all 3 songs. But for Boy specifically, I wrote, sounds like STAYC. And you're like, this sounds like things that I haven't heard from STAYC before. I think it sounds like STAYC, but it's also giving Eve. And then for Honestly, I put reminds me of something recent. That I feel like it really reminds me of something recent, but I have no clue what it is. So to me, the songs had very familiar sounds.
Okay.
But not in any sort of bad way, not in any sort of like, this sounds exactly like this other thing. Like, I still think that they, like, I agree with what you're saying. There is a sense of uniqueness to them, but like, also there was a familiarity in some capacity that was keeping them like, I don't know, welcoming in some way.
I think I was maybe getting From Us 9 a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Like From Us 9's recent stuff, Like You Better and Supersonic, and the B-sides from that. But other than that, yeah, I just thought it sounded very different.
Okay, cool. I mean,
yeah. So STAYC is... They're doing really good.
Yeah.
I've got to watch more STAYC content. I've seen things here and there, but I'd like to look into them more.
yeah, I've been liking what they've been doing recently.
Yeah. So how about, since you brought her up, we talk about Eve. We're going to talk about only her pre-release, White Cat. At this point, her album actually is out. And we might end up covering that in the August comeback episode. Not sure yet, but let's talk about White Cat. So, what are your thoughts?
Well, I don't have many.
Okay.
My thoughts are, it's really weird, but I think that most of the time that I see Eve's stuff, I think, oh, this is weird. Like it feels like a experimental or like a social experience. Like it always seems like more like an art piece than it does like music video, quote unquote. So I'm always kind of like, like what am I seeing? Like it feels like I'm watching an exhibit of some kind. I don't know, but not in a bad way. Like I'm not trying to insult her. So it was weird, but it's funky and it's pretty catchy. I like it. Like I feel like it's working in the same way that the I Just Need Some Space one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's doing a similar thing that one is doing for me musically, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like I kind of like, I can vibe with it.
Okay.
Even though it's not like, this isn't my regular like genre or anything, but like it's good.
Okay, I totally agree.
Okay.
I think it is definitely intentionally a little bit weird, a little bit quirky, but it's not the kind of quirky that we are seeing from some other groups that we're going to be talking about.
True. Definitely.
Like, it's very minimalistic. Like, that's her concept. And so it's like, when you think of some of the out there weird concepts in K-pop, there's a lot going on. So it is an interesting approach to see almost nothing going on. And yes, totally like an art exhibit. The music video I enjoyed, even though it is like, it's a bit weird. There's some visual imagery that's a little bit bold and it's like a little bit different, but it kind of makes you think, it keeps you focused. And it reminds me of Shiny 1 of 1. I love that music video. I'm getting a similar vibe with the two. And yeah, I also agree, it's not my usual genre. There's a lot of auto-tune happening, but for some reason, it's working.
Yeah.
And it's also, this is like not the concept I imagined Eve would have as a soloist, yet she has built this brand so much, and I'm getting this picture now, and she's created this whole concept, and I'm like, okay, this is what Eve is showing us. And I did also myself kind of think it's some sort of social experiment, but I don't know. Yeah, there's something intriguing about it, and the song is kind of nostalgic. It has kind of like, I don't know, like this bright sound to it that makes me a little nostalgic in a way, and I like it. I don't know. I don't really have a problem with it.
Yeah, like I feel like you brought up a good point, or else maybe, I don't know, you made me think of this. I don't know. I don't know. But like with the auto tune and stuff you brought up, I don't feel like, and her brand, I feel like she has a very strong brand at this point, and it's working for her. She's doing it well, and it's not about, this might be really weird to say, but it's not about skill and like technical ability in things. It is about like the art and the cerebral aspect, I feel like, you know, like someone can go out there and they're singing all these high notes, and they're doing very, like, they're showing off vocals a lot, or they're showing off dance ability a lot, and like her stuff is that's not even a point of it, I don't think. Like, and I think that that's perfectly fine. I feel like some music can be that way. Like the music is making you think, and it's making you feel things, and it's making, like, it's enjoyable. It's not about like the auto-tune aspect is a part of the art.
Yes.
It's not like auto-tuning her voice so that it sounds like she can sing when she can't, you know?
Right. It might be a little different if I knew that she didn't have the talent. Like, I know, we know that she is talented. She's a good vocalist. She's a good dancer. And so that's one of the reasons it was so surprising to see her doing this type of concept and have that style. But I think it does take somebody with skills to be able to have this sort of artistic direction.
Yeah, and like everything is intentional. Like the quirkiness is intentional. Like,
right,
the movements, the sounds, like it's all a part of what she's building. So I feel like it's fine and it makes sense, and she's doing a good job at it.
Yeah. I also want to mention that I love her hair.
Oh,
she always has good haircuts, and of course the cat representation. Hello, I'd like to shout that out. We are BlushCat after all, so I love to see cat themes in K-pop, and I feel like the cat theme is just increasing.
yes, there's so, like, gosh, I mean, how many have we come across now? That's at least 3 that I can think of right off the top of my head.
There's many. How about we talk about another one right now?
Okay.
We haven't talked about this group on the podcast before. Maybe we've mentioned them, maybe we've acknowledged their songs, but we've never directly talked about ILLIT.
Oh, they have cat theme?
They have yes, they definitely have a cat thing going on a little bit. They have the album called Bomb that actually was released back in June. We didn't talk about any part of the releases that they have, but they have Little Monster, Do the Dance, and Jellious as songs that have music videos, and I would like to talk about all of them.
Okay, I'm going to say right now, kindly and respectfully, that you can just share your thoughts for the people out there.
Okay.
Because I didn't realize, I checked out the slightest bit of stuff here, but it's just not for me. So why don't you share what you thought?
Okay. And like, yes, I know. It's a bold move to start sharing about these things, but I'm going to, because I've been enjoying it in like a casual, yeah, like sure, why not type of way. I'm not like a full-on stan, but I'm enjoying listening to it and seeing some of what they have to offer. And so I'll start with Little Monster, I guess, just because that was the first one that was released. And so I didn't know that there was a video for it, actually. I heard the album first. And I thought their album was pretty good. I was like, oh, I like the vibes here. I didn't know really what ILLIT B-sides would sound like, but then again, I kind of in a way did, because they promote a lot of their songs and kind of make a lot of their songs a title track. So I guess I have heard a lot of their music, but I liked Little Monster when I heard it. And so then the video, I was like, oh, okay, here we go again. Like, ILLIT videos are weird. They are. They just are. I don't really like the, like, direction that their videos are going in, but I kind of think that they're not the worst either.
Okay.
Little Monster, at first, I really thought, like, oh, this one seems extra, like they have so many things that I usually really don't like about the music videos, but I kind of like this one the most out of the three. It was kind of making me a little emotional because of the whole message it had. And, like, you know, it's like they have a magical concept for this era, this, like, comeback that they've had, and I really like that. It just feels like it's really fitting for everything. Like, I feel like it's really tied together, and I think that, I don't know who their target audience is, but if it's young girls, then I feel like this magical concept is like a really good, like, vibe for them to have as a group. So I don't know, I liked that, but like a lot of the, like, visual elements and, like, effects that were happening in the video I did not like, but at the same time, like, I was kind of following, and I could excuse it a little bit here. But Now Do the Dance is the one with the cat concept. There's a lot of cat imagery, there is cat choreography, there are cat sounds, like meows happening, they have cat ears on for some of the performances, so a big cat theme is happening with this.
I've thought of more. That we're up to 5 in my brain. Wow. I have 5 cat themes.
Okay.
Of recent times.
So this one, I think I definitely get G-Friend.
Oh, interesting.
And a lot of the times G-Friend had a very magical sound, so it totally makes sense. And when I heard this song for the first time, I just was like, oh, you know what? Like, this one's, like, I kind of like everything about what I'm seeing. Like, I think I saw the Studio Choom or something like that first. And I was like, you know what? The choreography is pretty good. The styling is fun, and the sound of the song isn't bad. It's very, like, you know, a lot of their songs do have the same print, and it is a bit TikTok-y in a way, but I kind of feel like there's a little bit more substance for some reason. For some reason. But I like the leg lift spin move that they do after the first chorus. It just adds to the whole magical thing. I don't know, so I thought that was fun. And then Jellius, is kind of the reason I wanted to mention ILLIT, just because I thought we should acknowledge it, because it's a very big, popular thing right now because of how intense the dance is.
It's too much for me. Like, it's giving to us, you know, like, I'm just like, why are they moving so much? But yeah, I mean, props to them for pulling it off. But that was at the point where I was like, I am overwhelmed. Like, sensory overload just from the dance moves. But yeah, I mean, it is a catchy song and they are pulling off a lot. Like, that's, oh my God, their legs must be so tired. They're like hopping up and down on one leg while kicking like over and over again. I get tired watching them.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot, and to have it as a song that they have to promote, actively doing that choreography multiple times and thinking about how you have to do the choreography multiple times just to get one recording of it is like so much.
I would cry.
I also was surprised to hear them doing live vocals for the most part, just in general, but also specifically for Jellius. But I did see, you talked about a group recently doing this, and you were like, has anybody else done that? And I was like, I know other groups have, but I don't know who. And then a few days later or something, like soon after you said that, I saw that ILLIT now has also been on the treadmill practicing their vocals. And I'm like, well, seeing that they're doing that with the Jellius choreography, it's no surprise.
Yeah.
But like, so that was impressive. I was just like, I wanted to point that song out. And just, yeah, it is maybe too much, but at the same time, the music and like the slappy beats in the music fit perfectly with the choreography and all the kicks and stuff like that. So it does work really well. However, I really don't like the music video very much for this. I'm all for the Nintendo DS thing that's happening lately. I don't know what that's about and why it's kind of reviving, but okay, sure. But yeah, not a fan of all of the effects and graphics that are going on in the music video. And I'm also kind of questioning the message of this song.
Ooh.
Like, I was just like, I'm supporting the little monster message and theme, but Jellius seems questionable to me.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know I just, boy, you make me jealous is all I know. So, yeah, it's like, I would definitely agree that it's not that I think that there's too much dancing in terms of the actual beat of the song. Like, I do agree that it goes with it. It's sort of like a, you know, your palate has to be prepared for that amount of movement. Like, you know, it's like it has a lot of flavors.
Sure. Okay. While we're on Hybe, sorry to be that guy, but let's talk about T by T, because when we talked about their comeback, we did not know that there would be music videos for each of the solo songs. So every member like got a solo on the album, and they actually do each have a video now to go along with the songs.
A video now?
So you can say what you thought.
Oh, you want me to talk about these? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you have anything to say.
Well,
we already know how you feel about T by T music in general, so maybe you should just hold your words.
I don't really, you know, I'm trying to, for the podcast, if it's already not my taste and not my style, you know, I don't really need to share any thoughts, really. But I will say in general that I thought that these were like for the most part, good and fitting representations to go with the songs. But for quite a few of them, I really did feel like they were more of a visualizer than a music video. Like, I feel like there was a lot of repeated imagery. Like, you know, even though the shot was a different shot, it was a similar shot.
Mm-hmm.
And so it kind of had a sort of looping feel to it that made me feel like, I don't know if I'd call it a music video. I feel like it's kind of more like a visualizer, like a fancier visualizer. But like, I do think that they were well done, and they worked well with the mood of each song really well.
Okay. Absolutely. I do think that they were giving visualizer. So I don't have too much to say, but once again, I wanted to acknowledge that they exist, because when we recorded the comeback episode, we didn't know about this, so it feels like kind of a disappointment that we couldn't share with you Meowers that they also are offering this.
Yeah, it's like 5 music videos that I just didn't talk about.
Yeah. So I wish that they had more to them. I did like Take My Half. I liked that song. So I thought that the video for that was a nice representation. I felt like I was getting a little more emotion maybe with that video. I also like Bird of Night, surprisingly, because that solo song wasn't one of my top solo songs, but the video kind of made me like it more. It created a better atmosphere than what I got from the song alone. And Dance With You, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the direction of that one specifically. I feel like that is not what I hear in the song. Like, I feel like that video, I could have, like, I imagined something totally different. So you say that all of them fit the song, and this one I think doesn't really to me.
Oh, yeah, well, I kind of forgot about that. Like, that's the one that I don't have written down in my notes. So
Okay.
I guess I didn't even really, I wasn't considering it when I said that.
Okay. We all know how I feel about Hyun and Kai, though, so it's nothing against him. I just didn't like the concept of the video.
Yeah, that one, like, it seems a little bit, honestly, like, it wasn't as atmospheric to me as the other ones.
Yeah.
Like, all the rest of them, I feel like there was more of, like, an Instagram filter, you know? Like, they all, like, had a very specific, like, energy to the, like, cinematic quality.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, I feel like, feels a little more plain.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's that. Now what should we talk about? How about we talk about YENA?
Okay.
Let's do YENA's comeback, because she had an actual regular comeback and it happened at the end of July, so we didn't have a chance to include it in our episode, but we don't want to save it for the roundup at the end of the year. Let's talk about it now. What are your thoughts on anything?
Okay. Great place to start, because I'd like to start with a general, actually most of my thoughts are general on this. Because I think that this, you don't have to narrow it down to just the title track or music video. I'd say this comeback overall, but maybe even just YENA overall. But I guess we could say this comeback. It's a perfect example of a fusion of a different genre / aesthetic with K-pop. Like, she didn't have to go and be a J-pop star to do what she wanted to do. She loves manga and anime aesthetic. Clearly, we all know this about her, and sound as well. But like, she still makes it K-pop. Like, the song and the music video are so, like, you know, manga anime vibes, but not how it would be if it was in J-pop. Like, you know, well, from the teensy bits of J-pop that I've seen of, like, the costuming and the stages and stuff, it's not fully what she has done. She's fused them together. And I think it's nice because I feel like a lot of the times people, they don't like give K-pop enough credit for how like flexible and accommodating it can be. And they're like, oh, I'm just going to make something completely different and try to pass it off as K-pop. Or let's just be a K-pop group, but we're going to pretty much stop promoting as a K-pop group because we want to like be able to do other sounds.
Okay. All right.
So I think that I just really like to see that.
I think that's all very valid, very, very thought-provoking statements.
Thank you. So yeah, I basically like, is this my favorite genre or vibe ever? No, like
yes.
from YENA, I still like Wicked Love better than anything else that I've seen from her, and that's probably one of the more different things that she's done. But I've never been disappointed with anything that I've seen from YENA, and I'd give this, like, if I were grading this, like,
you're gonna grade it? Sorry, just the way you said it.
If I were grading this, like on a specific, like a scale of like the category for what she's trying to do, like I would give it a perfect score. Like it was perfect. Lovely. Like it was great, you know? I really like it. I really enjoy it. I like the music video, and it made me realize, this is kind of going back to the CRAVITY thing that I was talking about. It made me realize that YENA, I feel like it's just really likable, and I feel like she has really good vibes all the time, even though I feel like a lot of her songs are kind of negative. Like, I feel like she's kind of angry a lot of the times, or she's kind of upset, you know? She's jealous. But, like, it's such good vibes still. Like, I think that she's very earnest. Like, I feel like her music comes across, and her performances, it's earnest, even though it is kind of like, you know, acting vibes a lot of the times and stuff. I don't know. She's just so likable. Like, how can you be upset about any of it?
Yeah, definitely.
And then 643, I think, is great.
Oh,
like,
okay, cool.
Like, you know, I mean, I liked all the songs.
Yeah.
They were all good. It was so cohesive, the whole album. The sound throughout was so nice. And her, like, performance video that she did for 364, like, such a good time. Like, rocking out, you know? Like, I just, yeah. I maybe I didn't say enough specifics about things, but that's the way I felt overall.
I thought your comments were very good. I once again agreed with everything that you're saying. Like, you're saying that these things today that we're talking about are more focused on me, yet a lot of the things that you're saying, I'm thinking are, like, yeah, good, valid. I agree.
I mean, that's the end of it. I'm not going to have anything else good to say.
Oh, no. Oh, no. With the things that are coming up that we're talking about? What do you mean?
I don't know.
But, yeah, it's solid, really good album. I like the cover art even for the album. I think it's pretty. No bad songs on the album. The thing you said about her being earnest and likable, yes, sure. I like that she doesn't seem to mind, like you said, like she clearly likes doing a J-pop style. I like that she doesn't seem to mind it, or she doesn't seem forced, like she's only performing because this is her concept. It seems like she is fully embodying and embracing this vibe and this style, and it's working every time. Like, since Smiley, we've all been here, and it's never been a miss, and it's just so good. And so the music video for the title track, I really like. I think it's really good. I was not expecting Lee Do-hyun to make an appearance in that video, so that was really surprising. It was pretty funny, but like, sure, why not? Welcome.
I still have to see the like reel or short, whatever that they did together.
he does almost nothing but stand there. But just the fact, like, it's such a random crossover.
Yeah,
you've got to appreciate it. Yeah. So yeah, like, you're like, oh, it's not my favorite sound, but like it's right up there for me. Like, I love anime vibes. I love drama vibes. I love that sort of style. Everything it's giving is something that I am here for. And so just once again, I'm not disappointed from YENA. And her styling, most of the time it's a hit. There are some misses. Some of the looks, like, I'm like, like, and I'm talking about even in general for any YENA comeback.
Yeah.
Like, some of them, it's like, wow, this one is so magical and fancy. But then some of them, it's like, oh, this one's a little weird, or this one's a little lackluster.
Yeah. You reminded me, though, of another thing that I wanted to mention.
Okay.
Like, the dynamic elements of...
Dynamic.
The dynamic elements of her stage performances.
Yes.
Like,
I was just gonna talk about that.
You know, I feel like now I'm going to have to point out every time that I feel like something is extremely dynamic after all that I went through with Flav. But, like, she has a whole, like she's putting on a show, I feel like. It's really involved, but like in the perfect way. None of it feels like, oh, let's have a prop here. Like, it all feels like it's working nicely for, once again, what she's trying to do. And I even saw, I didn't watch the whole thing. I just sort of clicked into it because I was trying to see different outfits and stuff like that she did. And so I saw one where she was performing outside or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And they had replaced the umbrellas that she used with beach balls, and everyone had little sailor outfits on. She had this cute little outfit with a hat. And I was like, wow, like, it's just like...
See, that's the one I don't really like that one.
Oh, I think it looks so like anime episode,
well,
or
yeah.
not anime episode, beach episode vibes.
Yeah.
So like, I think it was a nice, it was on theme. So yeah.
So her stages, I really like. I love that they incorporated that play musical sort of element. It's in the music video, and they took it to the actual stages, and it sounds like that in the music. And so it's all very fitting, very appropriate use of all of the props and all of the backup dancers being used as, like, you know, extras for the scene to make it complete. And I think it's different. I think it is always good to see such a strong concept. Everybody knows. I wish for strong concepts, and YENA is somebody who is definitely always delivering that.
And she had, like, okay, the stage, it's so, like, it's so seamless, the way that everything works together, and it's not too theater, which I appreciate. She had one of the only, like, when they do the intro thing where they show the person before they start doing their music show stage, and I'm like, I don't ever need to see this. She had, like, the only one of those that I ever thought was actually worth seeing it for, when she was on the stairs, and then it gets all, like, magical, mystical transformation time.
Are you talking about the Inkigayo stage?
Probably.
That was so pretty,
like,
and very pink.
Oh, yes,
and stuff.
yes.
Yeah,
like, the set was incredible, but, like, they had it, like, it, like, lit up to be, like, pink and stuff, and it was just, like, it looked like a transformation scene, you know? And, like, I was like, wow, this is actually worth it to have this little intro piece here. Like, I'm not thinking, okay, fast forward, I don't need to watch this person stand there. Like, it made sense.
Yeah. And I also want to mention Anyone But You, because this is the one that she has been promoting alongside her title track. And I think it sounds like a WJSN song through and through. Like, if I would have thought WJSN had a comeback if I just heard the song, because I'm like, it literally sounds so much like it could be a WJSN song. So obviously I really like it, and I love the vibes. I love the vibes.
I'd like to have it on record that the outfit that I didn't really like out of the ones I saw was the blue, like the sort of plain blue dress that had like the white on the top.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We only have a few more things to talk about. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to AHOF?
I mean, sure.
Okay. Let's talk about AHOF. We've been talking about them more, and we did talk about their comeback when it happened, but I said in that episode that they didn't really have anything else for the universe, and then literally after we finished recording, they released a music video for it, and I was like, okay. So I really hope that people don't misunderstand our podcast and think that we are only talking about this group for clout, because that's not how we operate on the BlushCat podcast.
Trust me, we'd be talking about a lot of other groups if that were the case.
Yeah. We're talking about AHOF because we like what we're seeing so far. We like their music, we like the members, we like to talk about things that we naturally want to talk about outside of the podcast. So really we're bringing our regular conversations and things that we enjoy into the podcast. So anyway, thank you.
That's a very good point. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing when we do this podcast. We're not talking about things, like we're not pulling things to talk about specifically for the podcast. We're picking things that we are already taking in and being like, okay, let's talk about that on the podcast.
Yes. And so we didn't even know, like, thank you if you are a new subscriber, a new meower, meow, coming exclusively for AHOF, because we've talked about them a little bit. We didn't know, though, that like this was a group that was going to be getting so much attention. Even like that's not the reason that we started discussing this group.
True.
Like we had no idea that they would be this popular and successful, but like good for them.
Yeah, like honestly I was surprised because I had seen the thing with Ungi, like, and you were like, oh yeah, that's the group he's gonna be in. He was doing the little like talking video or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I don't know if there were other people in that video. I don't remember, but
I think they each had like a solo one at the beginning.
Okay. Yeah, like that had been forever ago. And I heard the name of the group and I knew that Ungi was going to be in it. And like then ages later, it was like, oh yeah, they, debuted. So like I didn't know it was like a big thing. I was just like, oh, okay, that thing that we had been watching, waiting for a long time is finally here now. That's all I thought.
Yeah. So the universe, I am glad that it has a music video, and actually we might once again be a little far behind, a little outdated by the time this episode actually goes out, because just today I did notice that they uploaded a fan chant guide for this song. So I'm assuming that they're going to be taking it to music shows. And so we're sorry to anybody listening that we still don't really have that much with this specific song to talk about, because they didn't do anything else yet.
It's too spread out.
It's very spread out. But okay, I have quite a bit to say now that I will actually start talking about it. So first I want to mention Han, Park Han. I think that I forgot to mention him when we covered their actual comeback, but he is one of the members that really stands out to me in this group. I really like his vibe. I really like his vocals. I think he is the reason I'm getting 9i.
Ooh, okay.
He has such a distinct vocal color to me, and I'm really enjoying it. He kind of reminds me of Myung Jae-hyun from Boy Next Door as well. I don't know if anybody else gets that vibe, but I feel like he just has a lot of charisma, but in like a friendly way, not an arrogant way. And so I want to shout this guy out. I think he's doing a good job. He also kind of reminds me of somebody else, but I don't know who. But I'm not really getting bad vibes. So that's nice to see. And the song we know already. It's a good song, nice song. I like the bright, youthful vibes. The music video itself isn't anything, obviously, that's like going to blow anybody away, probably.
I don't know. Did you read the comments?
I did not. I mean, I'm sorry. Maybe you really love the music video and like, sure, why not?
People are like, proof that shows you don't need a big budget to make an amazing music video and this kind of stuff. Like, people do really like it.
I mean, like, it's not the most basic it could have been. They were doing some interesting stuff with like the camera.
It could have been more basic, that's true.
I do like the choreography, so I saw it at the showcase, and I'm glad that there is more opportunity to see it because it reminded me of even Birthday Hot Mess choreography style. And when I saw it initially, I was just like, oh, okay, I'm liking the lines and the formations and like the interaction, and it's just very fun. And in the music video, I noticed it, but they're wearing the same thing in the showcase, so I don't know why I didn't pick up on it then, because I did know about it then, but maybe it was more in my mind now. But I'm pretty sure it must be intentional that they are wearing the Universal League colors, like they had jerseys for Universal League, because, you know, league. And so the different teams had different colors, and so they brought that back for this song. So I think that's fun. And the song keeps growing on me. I like to just put it on, casually enjoy it. The We Fall, We Rise part at the pre-chorus really gets stuck in my head, and also Rainbow Pops. That just, that line, like, I love that it's included. I don't know, it's very fun. And Kingdom for Keflings.
Wait,
is anybody,
did they say that?
No.
Oh.
Is anybody
like,
familiar with A Kingdom for Keflings, the game? Because this song totally makes me think of this game, and I absolutely love that. It's so nostalgic, but also like refreshing and just kind of calming and relaxing. And I don't know, it elevates the song because I think of that now.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so glad that you found something that is really great for you.
Thank you. I'm a little concerned now.
I mean, no, I don't have, like, there's nothing, it's just kind of similar to how I felt before. Like, I shared my thoughts about AHOF in the comeback episode, and adding this music video to it, I would say nothing really changed.
Okay.
So, like, they're still winking at me a lot. And I don't know, I wasn't a big fan of their outfits because, like, I like that reference that you're talking about. That's cool. But, like, the big bagginess of them, like, I felt like it was a little overwhelming at times. And I kind of just wish that I had a little more variety or uniqueness to their, not necessarily the choreography in and of itself, but sort of like the poses, I guess. Like, I feel like I'm getting, but maybe it's just because I'm seeing the same thing, but I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm getting served up the same thing in a sense that it's starting to feel still like a disconnect, like they're posing. Like, I still want to see something a little more natural, or something that I feel like I could be like, oh, okay, that is AHOF, like that seems like their identity. But so far, to me, I'm still having trouble like connecting and like seeing something that is like them. I think that they're talented and doing a good job, but I'm still not connecting in that way.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
Okay. So that's all that we're saying on AHOP for now. Actually, I just remembered something else that I want to say about AHOP. I wanted to just acknowledge their promotions. I am realizing that it is a lot, but I appreciate that it's a lot at the same time. I just think it feels very classic, like classic K-pop promotions. They have promoted Rendezvous so unbelievably much. Like, I'm so surprised that they're still going on music shows with it, but I know that like Eungi was making jokes in the studio tune behind, like, oh, like it's been this long and we're still promoting or whatever, like, but it, like, that is the reality. They really have been that like active, but I like to see that, like, that's what it used to be for every group, but especially when you're a rookie, you have to promote yourself, like, but I feel like that has really been a thing that is like, we're losing that element of K-pop, and I think it's fair to try to improve it. And, you know, you don't have to promote that much constantly every single comeback, but I think it is important for groups to try and like build their own brand, build their own fan base, have a way to showcase what they've worked so hard on. But, you know, if we could just find the right balance, that's what we need to do. But I like to see that they are actually doing stuff with their song.
Yeah. And I think it seems like they are very, like, they have a lot of energy, and like they're very eager and energized to be doing it. So it doesn't seem as bad. You know, it's not like they're like, oh God, we gotta go again. Like, they seem like they're like, yes, like, let's promote. Like, they always seem very, I don't know what I already said.
Yeah.
High
and
energy.
I hope that's not just coming from the fact that they have earned wins already. I don't get the impression that they are those type of people. That, like, I do think that, like, knowing Eungi at the very least, like, he seems like a very hard worker. Like, he actually does want to engage and be active and be promoting. Like, I'm sure they're all just very, like, thankful that they get to be promoting, and so they're doing their best.
Yeah.
So I like to see that. How about we talk about Close Your Eyes? Once again, we talked about their comeback. I was totally here for it. I had really been anticipating it. I thought it was very good. And we know that they had 4 songs. However, they had only been promoting Snowy Summer, the title track, when we made the episode. But now they have really pushed Paint Candy promotions. And there is also a live clip for the song You, which I was very excited to see because I really like that song, and I was hoping there was at least a crumb of something for it to, like, acknowledge it. And so there is, so that's good. And, you know, by the time this episode is up, they'll probably have done an entire promotion for Bubble Tea, and, like, we won't have talked about that. But Paint Candy, what did you think?
Okay, so you're really testing my limits, is the wrong word, maybe. You're testing my I don't know, you're pushing me here. You're pushing me.
Am I?
To continue to talk about groups that I don't really know yet. Like, these people, these groups, these songs could be iconic to me at some point later on. Okay. You know, like later on, I might be like, oh yeah, you know, that time was iconic. Like what would be a good example of that? I don't know. DKZ,
Impossible.
Blockbuster. What?
I feel like
Impossible.
that's what we say about Impossible. Like you weren't there for that, but now it's like, oh, iconic.
True, but I was trying to go earlier in their career. Like, you know, like really early when it's like the first time I watched it, I was kind of like, what was that? But then when you know the group and you like their other stuff, you're like, oh yeah, like that other song of theirs is really good too. That's how I form my opinion on early songs from groups usually. I can't do it this early. So to me, I maybe like this one better than Snowy Summer, but I was just getting so much like NSYNC, that era vibes, especially like the stage performance that I watched with their outfits that they were wearing. Like that's all that I think of. That's all that I feel about it. And it's just like, you know, even NSYNC, it's like they have their iconic moments, but then they also have their like moments that it's like, wow, that's just like so of the era. It's like, you know, it's just so of the era. Mm-hmm. And like, so I don't know. I just still feel like this isn't for me, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's just it's too soon to tell, too early to call.
Okay, so I'm assuming you didn't see the stage with their super sparkly outfits.
No, I saw they were wearing like tight t-shirts and baggy pants. Okay, well, you know, like very I think it's similar
styling, but it was very sparkly.
I don't think I saw sparkles. I don't remember. All the outfits are blurring together from the different groups.
Okay. Well, I like Paint Candy. We knew I liked the song already because I said the album was good when we talked about it. But I don't have any complaints about it. I think that everything that they've been doing is good. And I really like the energy of this group. I think they're fun to watch perform. I like their live vocals. I think that they did good when they were on that bigger stage outside. Like M Countdown had an episode with an outside stage, and so that's what you were talking about with YENA. And so they were here as well, and they did Paint Candy, and I was like, you know, like they're a new group, but it doesn't feel weird to see them on this type of stage. Like they're all doing a good job, and I don't know, I like it, and there's something very distinct about all of the visual elements for every Close Your Eyes thing that I've seen, and it's satisfying to my eyeballs. The way
you have to close your eyes.
I know. But like the way that like the colors are being used, and I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if it's the formations with the dancing, because that's good too. I like the choreography for this song. I really don't know what it is. It's kind of like what I was saying last time with the STAYC and ZB1 videos having that certain look to them. Like everything from Close Your Eyes, I feel has this look to it. And I can't explain what's making it that way, but I like it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So good job, Close Your Eyes. The last thing that we have to talk about today is YOON SANHA from Astro. He had a solo comeback in July, and we did not talk about it. I figured we were going to save it for the year-end roundup, but this is the perfect opportunity to talk about it. So we're talking about it now. I will... Why don't you begin, actually? You know, why don't you begin?
I just, it's a big list of these today. It's just not for me. Okay, here's the thing. Don't hate me, okay? I just don't particularly like it, but
tomato.
What?
Tomato.
What does that mean?
We're all throwing tomatoes at you.
Yeah. No, I really feel like that's the response that I would get. And like I don't like the real spot that you lose me is the chorus. Okay.
Whoa.
But I think that SANHA is absolutely holding his own as a soloist here. Like, I did not even expect to get this sort of energy from him. Like the amount of force behind the dancing and the singing and the performance overall, I felt like was surprising. Like, I didn't know.
Maybe if you stan Astro, wouldn't be surprising.
Well,
but anyway, true.
But I mean, they're just not my style. Like, they're just not my style. But I think that they're very talented, and so yeah, SANHA is like, I feel like you can tell that he's a later generation idol. Like, I don't feel like it's
like
comparing.
Early?
Yeah, like, I don't, like, older,
okay.
like later, like longer ago is what I meant.
Oh.
Like, I feel like it doesn't compare to the groups that are just debuting now in terms of performance ability. I'll say it. I feel like you just can tell. Like, you can tell that he's experienced. Like, you can tell that he has been doing this for a long time. And I don't know, maybe once again, that's obvious. But I just feel like sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, that was good because the song, I liked it, like I enjoyed it. And I don't really like this song, but I still think it was good for how he did it.
Okay. Yes. True. Yes. I'm being harsh to you on purpose in like a lighthearted way. Because even without you ever sharing your opinions on this song, I know how you feel about it already. Like, I know all this about you. So it's not serious.
Right. Yeah. Like, I feel like you are okay with what I've said. And anyone that's understands logic would be okay with what I've said. But all the people that are swept away with their love for SANHA are upset with me right now. Because they're like, how could you not like it? But I'm just sharing my honest take that, like, it's not a genre that I care about.
So my thoughts on this, actually, you might be surprised to hear that I too did not like it at first, at least not completely. But if you know my aesthetic preferences, you're not surprised at all, because there is a heavy cowboy theme.
True.
And there is heavy country influence. Like, I forget how, exact.
It does sound that way.
Yes, I forget the exact genre twist, like fusion
right.
he says that the song has, but it's like country something. Like, so there is a country influence, and I really, really, really dislike country music. I just do. I never liked it. I never ever
will?
have. I probably never will. But this is probably the closest that it can get for me to be like, you know what? Still a bop.
Wow, that actually, it is very surprising now how much I feel like you like caught on to the song when, yeah, it's so clear to me now. That's why I don't like it. Okay.
So let me start with the music video. When I first was watching it, I was like, okay, I just literally saw this with From Us 9. Like, this is Like You Better, is it not? But I was like, okay, here we go. Still slaying, sure. And then, like, and so I was hearing the song for the first time, and I was like, ooh, I don't know about this. It's very different from his solo debut sound. Like, that
Wait,
whole
he had
album.
another solo song?
Yes, this is his comeback. His first comeback.
Sorry.
And so I really loved his first album. One of his B-sides was one of my favorite B-sides in Kpop for last year.
That's crazy. Wow, good job.
Like, so really good stuff, but it was a lot moodier, a lot, like, the style was completely different. And so I was listening to this song for the first time when I was watching the music video, and I'm like, I don't know, man. There's a little bit of a twang to it that this is not what I expected. And so I was apprehensive, and I was experiencing all the like cowboy desert country vibes, and I was not really vibing that much. And then it switches to the cowboy hat scene, and I was like, oh, we saw it coming, honestly, but like, you know, the song sounds like that. We had to expect the hat to make an appearance. And then when it did, I was kind of like, okay, whatever. But then he does have that, when, you know, he gets to the city, it's very sparkly. So that's very, very nice, and it made me think of the I Am concept photos for that album. They were doing like a sparkly city look, and I was getting the same vibe.
Okay.
And I will make this connection because I can.
Okay. I get it now. He was going from the country to the city. I didn't even... Okay.
Did you even watch it?
I watched it. All I saw was the big olive in the car.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Also, you know, we've got YVES come back on the horizon for this month, and they just released a film today, and Yoon is wearing a cowboy hat, and like Wonyoung has cowboy boots on, and if they do, okay, she has cow boots on, and if they do continue to incorporate that aesthetic into the actual title track, I'm probably going to embrace it the same way I have embraced SANHA's comeback, because, you know, top groups for me. So I'll try to get over my aesthetic preferences. But anyway, so the music video, not really my thing. However, I love all the yellow. He was wearing a lot of yellow for this comeback. There's a lot of yellow in the music video, and that is his representative astro color. So I appreciate that. I think it's refreshing to see so much yellow. And now back to the actual song. What? Why?
It was just a funny transition.
Oh, okay.
I just remember wearing blue.
All right.
Personally, like I remember blue and orange as the colors that I would associate with it, but I didn't watch all, you know, you said during the comeback overall, so okay.
All right. I'm like losing my train of thought. I'm so all over the place, but you're just going to have to stay with me. Listen, the song gets stuck in my head like there's no tomorrow, okay? I've embraced it. Like, giddy up, yeehaw. Like, I'm here. Sure, why not? I got what you need. Like, the amount of times I have, like, uttered that line, just, it comes out at any random moment, and then it will never, ever, ever stop.
I never knew that the song would sound that way. Like, I knew that before I knew the song. So when I'm listening to the song and then all of a sudden that is there, I'm like, what? Like, I did not think that those two things would connect.
So, yeah, it's like it's not my favorite style by any means. I prefer the B-sides more. However, like you said, he's doing a great job. He's very talented. He clearly does have the skill, and he definitely does seem more experienced than a lot of people that we see lately. That's just the fact of the matter. And he is doing great in all of the performances, all the stage performances. Like, he's just out there vibing and having a good time, and he's devouring the, you know, all the notes at the end of the song. It's just a whole thing. And so The album, like I said, the other songs are good. It's a bit short, but what are you gonna do? Bad Mosquito, really good.
I didn't check out the rest of the album. I'm sorry.
I feel like you would actually probably like Bad Mosquito.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, when I point out his, like, skill level, it's not to discount the groups that are debuting, you know, more recently.
Right.
It's more so just that, like, I feel like oftentimes the groups that are debuting recently get a lot of praise, and the older you have, the longer you've been in the industry, the less people want to give you praise, because they're like, oh, you're old now. But, like, you can tell, like, as the longer you've been in the industry, the better these people and these groups get. Like, it is just fact of the matter.
Mm-hmm.
And so they deserve to still get some respect too, is all I was trying to say. Like,
very true.
Jumping right on with the debuts is like, just wait until you see how good they're going to be in a couple years from now.
Yeah, very true. So if nothing else, all of the things that we talked about today are very catchy.
Yes.
These songs get stuck in my head a lot. Like, a lot. So even if the things that we talked about today, you know, they're not our, like, the groups that we're the most familiar with, there's a lot of groups that we, like, are talking about for the first time or that are very new to us, all of that. So keep that in mind. But we do enjoy everything that we talked about to some degree, or else, once again, we wouldn't have talked about it. So if you liked today's episode, please feel free to like the video wherever you may be listening. And if you're listening on YouTube but you haven't subscribed, you can go ahead and subscribe to BlushCat and turn on the notifications. And you can leave us a comment, share what comebacks you've been loving recently. If you agree with any of the things that we said today, you can let us know. And just whatever else you want to comment about, feel free to do that. But please try to be polite and respectful and at least treat us like we are humans. And you can follow BlushCat on Spotify. We have a lot of K-pop playlists. And remember to stay meowing.
Thanks for listening.
This has been Feathertoo.
And me. Bye.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow.